Hello my pretties, it is I. It has been too long again. But as you can see already, we are presented with Papers, Please, by Lucas Pope. It's an indie darling, if you will. It's an indie delving, if you will. And I thought I'd better do a video on this. I don't do many videos nowadays because of my shitty upload. I thought it's only fair to the game itself to do it because it's something... This game is nothing like you've seen before. So. Okay. Can we... Let's delete this. We can only have 3 games going at a time. Okay, I've gone into this game. That's fine. So, basically, here is the newspaper. We work at a border control office. It's a fun little place. Here it is there, this little hut. So this top area here is just the line and the guards and all that, and this is our border. So we have our little shutter and our little hatch here. This is where the prospective visitors to Arstotzkva, is that it? Arstotzkva. I'm probably pronouncing that all kinds of wrong. This is where they want to go. It's all sort of quite dynamic, so we can click this over here and we click and drag. So the person comes in, they give us their documents, and we check to see whether they're right, and then we can bring out our little stamp here, and we can either... I love that stamping sound. We can either let them in the country or send them packing. Basically, we need to make sure that their documents are correct. So here we go, here's our bulletin for the day. Entry for non-citizens is now regulated. All foreigners require a valid entry ticket. Verify information before stamping passport, entry, visa, and returning all documents to fella. So now it's just mentioning it's called a discrepancy system, like a cross-referencing system that we need to... So we put away these orders for today. So what we do, pull out the rule book here. That will have our original map with all the different passports I might be seeing. So let's have a resident one from Arstotzkva. And basically when the passport comes in, it will have an issuing city, where it's issued, and which it won't have a district on it. That only is for ID cards that we see later. So we go to, here we go, another passport, the Antigua passport. Where it come in, it should have a correct issuing city, date of birth, the sex of the person, the photo should be good, and, as per our orders today, they must have a valid entry permit, an entry ticket. If all of that is good, then they are allowed in this fantastic country. So, if I see a discrepancy though, I can bring up my red button and I can say he's not giving me a passport, so click on that and the empty desk and it would say discrepancy, and then we follow it up and either let them in or not. So let's get to it, shall we? Hopefully, I'm doing all the talking up front here because once it starts, your mind is pulled in 4 different directions at once trying to keep track of all the documents. So, okay, purple passport. On my second screen, I actually have it's a bit of a cheat, so I have the issuing cities on there. So female, yes, that's the correct, well, before the correct date. It's the right photo, and she has an entry ticket valid on the 25th of the 11th, 1982, which is correct. That is the date. It's back in oppressive would-be Russia. We'll give them back to her. And off we go, and we call the next person. The clock is ticking. It starts at 6 AM every morning, and we've got to try and get enough money. So there's no ticket. Where's your ticket? Discrepancy. Where is it? Lovely, thank you. Check it, the date is correct, hand that back. This passport, Lesrandy, correct. The photo seems good, and she is indeed a female. So these 2 people have been straight up, and they're legitimate people trying to come in. Let's see what we get now. I'm trying to read this and they start talking to you and give you business cards for hooking places, like brothels. Never mind, we can't be distracted. That is correct, that's correct, that's correct. Is that her in the photo? It looks a bit different. That's fine, okay. I'm going to go see her in the pink vice at a later day, maybe. Ask for Eva. We've got to try and get through as many a day because we get 5 credits for each one we process. So she's a local. She doesn't need, because she's from this country, so she doesn't need a separate ticket. Looking off screen, that all looks correct. The issuing city of East Grestin is correct. Off you go. What? Non-matching photo? Ah, fuck off. Right, so, sorry, language. No penalty in that one. Okay. Next dude. Valid. That's what pisses me off, because I don't get money for that now. And I need money to feed my starving family. All seems correct. Bastards. What a non-matching photo. Have you seen it? It looks... these 1980s graphics. So, we have a ticket. 24th of the 12th, 82. It's only valid on that date. So that's wrong. So, we pull up this ticket and the date. Oh, that's right. That means you get a denied on your passport, and you get sent packing, love. Ticket's good. I can't believe that. The wrong photo. So Green Glorian, 18th to the 11th, 1982. That passport is out of date. Oh, renewed it my eye. It does not matter. If you didn't give me the right one, you don't get in. As a passport. He's called Georgie. He's great. So this leads quite nicely on. There is a story to this game. I already mentioned my starving family. East Grestin, and I have to try and get money. That's why I've got to try and be nice and quick. I'd love to sit here. I nearly approved that, and look, female. Not with that beard. Passport is correct. No, it ain't. So you've got to try and be nice and quick and put them through, because you need, you've got to pay rent and you've got to pay for the food and the heating. And some situations may arise, we may get into that, that photo is wrong. Sneaky shit. That's an old picture. Alright. For the time being, we just deny them and we send them packing. However, this is nice and easy at the moment. You think we're only checking about 5 or 6 different things. So we're checking that, the passport, green outer grouse correct. All seems to be correct. But as it goes on, the days go on, it gets far more complicated, and it's just manic and madness. Seems correct. Purple passport. Shingleton, correct. That's good. That photo's got to be him. I'll send him on his way, and we'll get another one in before it hits 6 PM. And all as well. Scowl. All seems right. Yep, end of the day. That is valid. Orbistan, is that red? Yes, it is. Scowl is correct. Because now the clock's gone, now the buzzer's gone for the day, we can keep this dude here as long as we want. But all we have to do is just make sure he's correct. It all looks legit. And send him on his way. And then we get to go home too. And come back at 6 AM tomorrow. Goodbye. So just one warning notice today, so I didn't get paid for one of those guys that I processed. Never mind. So there we go, savings 20 quid. It was a bad day the previous day. So everyone's okay. You can tell by the music it's quite an oppressive place. Astotka. And we come down. We'll do one more day. I will try and talk less and try and throw them through a lot quicker. Stricter credential requirements have been instituted. Stockholm citizens must show their ID card. Foreigners must secure and present a valid entry permit. Entry tickets are no longer sufficient. Those are those little bits of paper. No chapter detailing the document features has been added to your rulebook. Refer to the audio transcript to do their statements. Okay, so let's go back in. That's fine. We'll pull this up here and put it to my rulebook. Because, see, now I have on the other screen, for every page, there's this in the issuing cities and the districts, which should now come into play. I have all of these onto a nice little JPEG that's sitting on my second monitor, so I can just look to the side quickly, rather than sort of every time they give me a passport, flicking through my pages trying to get to it and then checking if the issuing city is correct. This is a lot faster. So it's kind of cheating, but I don't know, it kind of sits in with the aesthetic of the time, because if we were working in this lovely office, I'm sure you'd print out all of those pages and just put them on the wall behind it, maybe. Anyhow, so we have to have entry slip is no longer good enough. They must have an entry card. All citizens, purpose of your trip, passing through, duration of stay, couple of weeks. So that checks out. So now it must cross-reference. So that passport, Bostan is correct. That is accurate. So we have to cross-reference the serial numbers, there, transit, and enter by the 16th to the 12th. That all seems correct. Normally, when they put in new rules, they give you a gimme, nice easy one to start you off with, just so you know what the correct documents look like, as an example. Anyhow, so look, there's no. Where's this document? Entry permit. So what did he say we go through? He's passing through, staying a couple of days. Transit, a couple of days. Date checks out. Grav Medvitsky. That appears to be matching. I hate that, giving it back to him. It's like you think, I've done something wrong, haven't I? I've missed something. It's so easy to do. Let's try and speed it up a bit. That ticket's no good. We need a permit. The ticket's no longer good enough. It's not enough anymore, I'm afraid. Bullshit. Purple Yakko City. Duration. 30 days for a job. Seems a bit strange. Coxie, Balint, Coxie. Work 1 month, enter by this date. Seems to check out. I think. BQ View, work 1 month is what he said, 13th to the 12th. Yeah. No, that photo is him in it. Okay, right. My family, we cannot afford mistakes. Visiting my son. 6 months. Okay. 23rd of the 11th. That is out of date. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, lady. See, this is it. What do you do? That could be a lie. It could be true. What do you do? It's not my job, really. Visiting friends? That's not right. So what we do now, we bring out the... Okay, well, she's come to work then, I guess. So what do? I mean, she's now changed the story. 4th, 5th, 84, WF, work 3 months, and by 14th to the 12th. It all seems good apart from that. She gave us the right story in the end, but... That name's wrong. Two different names. Okay, so we fingerprint them now. Here we go, excellent. See, this is where it starts to get a bit more... So look, Marcel, the photocopy is kind of broken. Okay, it matches, but... See, it's Marcel, no known aliases. So that is the wrong name. It wasn't changed recently because it would be on your info slip, and it's not. So you don't get in goodbye. Hey! Seems legit. Okay. What do? Need a faked entry permit as well. There is no entry permit. Fuck it. Come on in. I don't care. A shiny coin for us. I get a warning for that. Cobra Stan is not a real country. Okay, we'll do it proper now. ID card. Octavius is correct. Height's correct, weight's correct. Maxwell Daniela, 27th, 51, female. Auric Faunor, all seems legit. Work 2 months. Story checks out. That checks out. Pop off. Time's about to run out. I'm gonna approve him quick. Just get him through. Then I get another fella through. Oh, fuck off. A few weeks, month. Stein. Purple, Great Rapid. Seems correct. If we get that quick, we might get another folk in. Nope, we don't. And that was wrong as well. So, there we go. The rent has gone up as well. We've got 10 quid left. It's not looking good. I don't think that family are going to go too well. So, we're going to leave that storyline there, and we're going to very quickly go to something a bit later to see where it progresses to. So I didn't go too well on my first save, but the days keep on going, and it gets stricter and stricter and stricter. This game has over 20 endings. I won't get near one of those. We'll go about here. We'll go to here quickly. Just to show you how it progresses. We'll only do it quickly, I won't... Because the story progresses, there's quite a good storyline with terrorists, and depending what you can do with that, the story can change several ways, because there are 20 different endings. Here's my little family photo. I got that, and the kid drew that for me. and my badges for sufficient. They're a passionate folk. Closure of this checkpoint. So, also, what I have to keep an eye on is the wanted criminals for the day, so we put those up there. I get my rulebook out. So now, I'm trying to remember, so confiscation. Confiscate all local passports, no exceptions. Okay. Every person coming in also has to have a polio vaccination certificate that's current, or asylum for diplomatic authorization, the work passes, the access permits. That's quite new in the last couple of days. Makes it a bit easier for me. The ID card, and we'll go to the rules. See, these are the rules that we must follow. Plus make sure all the documents are correct as well. Now, I probably won't be able to talk during this because I've got to keep my eye on so many things. So, overstand, transit 14 days. Wait, it's correct, height is correct. Short curly hair. Under by 3rd of the 1st, 83. That photo's wrong. Fingerprint in there. Born Rainway, no known aliases. Fingerprints match, that does look like him. Okay. Oops. See, I've got a few things here on the screen that I've got to deal with, and a few things I'm clicking and dragging around. There we go. And that's half the game, sort of juggling with everything, and that's why you wouldn't see this sort of thing on a PC. I mean, sorry, on a console. Okay, he's a local. 18687. Check the numbers. East Gretson is valid. Wizard's card, Rosenfield, also valid. Date of birth, 4th 9th 45, also valid. Right, that's all good. So, he can have those back, but I've got to confiscate his passport. Because them's the rules at the moment. Give them back. Oh. Throw in the number. Next, please. What? Invalid height. Oh, fuck off. Should we move here? Okay, that's valid. Where's your passport? He bought his passport. So you've got to deny, and you've got to give him a reason. That's why you have the discrepancy system. That's the passport. And a certificate. She was a criminal. I should have detained her. Never mind. I still refused her. So you can see you've got quite a bit to keep an eye on. Is she? No. But it's actually staying for a couple of days. Transit, couple of days. Weight is good. Height. See, because they sort of bob up and down, I suppose, as people often do, it's kind of hard with the height. That's the really annoying thing that we do them sometimes. Purple Lesrandi is good. Date is good. Date is good. Polio vaccine is good. I think that's good. Photo's good, and the sex is good. You can have your documents back. So you'd never see this on a console. That's because you'd never have the, invalid description. Okay. We won't continue with Georgie. Because he is a character, he's sort of like one of the only bits through the whole game that is consistent along with the other storylines you get. And the pressure, it's on top of your head. You can see just by me talking, I'm not going at full whack. I was losing money day after day, and my family would have starved, and then that is an ending in itself. There are over 20 endings to get, I believe. And Really good game. It's only like £6 on Steam, and it's really good if you like your ducks in a line, as it were. If you're the sort of person who does quite like organisational administration side of things, you know, just multitasking as well. A fantastic game, and it's got a really good story behind it as well. I didn't really expose you to that just because, yeah, I'd like you to see it for yourself. Anyhow, jolly good catching up with you folk again. I'm sure I will see you on the flip side or at Eurogamer. Anyway, see you again.